Today we are going to learn the surface areas and values. So before going to learn these things, some basic knowledge is needed to you. Some basic knowledge is needed to you. So what the basic knowledge is needed to you? What is mean by area and what is mean by value? Anyone know? What is mean by area and what is mean by value?
Sir, area occupied by two-dimensional figure is called area, and
Number area
area
of
area occupied by two-dimensional figure is called area.
area, but I didn't get it. Again, when you are saying about the area, again area word you are using.
The surface, sir. The
Huh? Ah. Yes, yes.
surface.
Tell me,
Sir,
tell me. Yes. No, no, Shalu, you continue. Wait, wait. Samrat, you wait.
Sir, the region bounded by two-dimensional figure is called area.
Ah, very good, very good. Very good. Next. Next.
sir,
Anyone
space occupied by a shape
is called a
area.
area. Very good. Space occupied by the is called as a area. Very good. So area will be measured in what here actually? Areas will be measured in. How do we measure the area?
Meter
Square.
square.
In meter square, in the square units.
Huh?
In square units.
In square units. So why do we measure the area in square units?
Sir, area, sir, we measure in square units, sir, because it is product, sir. It is product of two dimensions, sir. And that means, sir, and sir, unit of dimension is meter or any unit, sir. So
I,
eventually, sir, it becomes
I,
squared, sir.
I will give you an irregular figure to you. Irregular figure is nothing but one leaf. I will give it to you. Leaf of a tree, big leaf of a tree, and I will ask you to find out that area. Big 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 बोले तो इतना होता है. Otherwise, I will ask you what is the area of your palm. If I ask you what is the area of your palm, what do you do? How do you find it?
Sir,
How?
sir,
Yes, Samrat.
we will place it in a graph paper, sir, and sir, eventually we will calculate.
By after placing on a graph paper, how do you calculate?
Sir, we will, sir,
After placing on a graph paper, how do you calculate?
sir, on placing in a graph paper, sir, we will means sir define one square unit, one square box as one square unit, and sir,
Ah,
eventually,
yes, 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 very good. That is the main thing here it is required to you. Suppose if you are placing area means you need to know that. Suppose if you place the one figure, I am placing this hand like this. So along this hand, if I am placing like this, if I am drawing my hand, and what is the area covered by this one? This one. Suppose if I am asking what is the area covered by this one, and this should be placed in a graph paper, and in this graph paper you are going to have 1 centimeters like this. Suppose if you assume that approximately I am drawing here like this, is it visible to you?
Sir,
Yes. So here, whenever you are clicking this one, in this, how many squares are there? How many number of squares? That's why we measure the area in square units. Number of the squares present in this. So 1, 2, 8, half. So complete squares कितना है compound करो complete. And half or more than half whatever it is there you consider it as a half. Or like the approximation we will get it exactly, we will not get it. So this is area of the figure in, that's why we take the area in the square units. Okay. So now here, whenever you take into consider, based on these areas, what are the different formulas that there? All let us extract once from the starting basic level onwards, all the two-dimensional figures. The first thing here I am going to write here because everything is necessary thing. So that's why all the basic formulas on the in the mensuration chapter, means mensuration chapter, areas chapter, what you have learned in the previous classes. Once let us revise that all the formulas. So area of, first let us take into consider area of the square. Area of the square is equals to side into side square units. Area of the rectangle, area of the rectangle is equals to, I am taking only two-dimensional figures now. So one by one, what areas we have learned previously, all that formulas, let us recall this. So basic level things, if you know that basic level things only, then further it is easy to do. Okay. So area of the rectangle is equals to
Length into
length into
breadth.
breadth square units. Okay. Next two-dimensional figures में area of the triangle take into consider. Area of triangle. So basic things I am explaining to you. Half into base into height.
Height.
So here, yes, half into base into height square units. So here everyone should be very careful whenever triangle is taken into consider. Height is nothing but, what is meant by height?
A
Height of the
line
triangle.
perpendicular to the base.
Yes. Which is perpendicular. A line drawn from the vertex to the opposite side. A perpendicular line drawn from the vertex to the opposite side. Suppose if you take an obtuse angle triangle, this point should be very clear. Obtuse angle triangle, if you are taking into consider, this is a base. ये base है, okay? So height क्या होगा? ये base होगा तो इधर से इसको extend कर दो. This one you extend, and here you drop the perpendicular line. Whatever you get, this becomes the height. And if you take this one as a base, if you take this as a base, suppose A, B, C, I am taking as a triangle. So AC, if you take as a base, from the B perpendicular line you have to draw. This becomes the height. That means if you take the base, its opposite vertex क्या है? उधर से perpendicular line draw करना है. So that is called as a height of that particular triangle. So this is half into base into height, and you can use the half into base into height along with this. We have already learned all this. Area of equilateral triangle. Area of the equilateral triangle is equal to root 3 by 4 a square units. A is here side of the square. Root 3 by 4 side square also you can write. Root 3 by 4 a square. So area of triangle, if the three sides are given, height is not given. Heron's formula. We call it as a Heron's formula. So using the Heron's formula, we found it. So that what is Heron's formula? Do you remember? S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C square units, where S is equals to semi-perimeter, half of the A plus B plus C, and A comma B comma C are length of the sides. A, B, C are length of the sides. A comma B comma C are lengths of sides. Okay, area of the triangle, area of the equilateral triangle, when the height is given, when the height is not given, area of the triangle, area of the square, area of the rectangle. So still two-dimensional spaces में what are the things? Area of These are all two-dimensional. Area of the trapezium also you know that. Can anyone say? Half into A plus B into H. So if you are getting square units, a small figure also if you want to draw it, trapezium like this figure. This is length A, this is length B. The distance between these two, a perpendicular line H. So is the area perpendicular line of half into A plus B into H use करना. Okay. This is the area of the trapezium. Area of parallelogram. Area of the parallelogram. Anyone knows?
A into B.
A into B, instead of using A into B, better
Sir,
you
base
use
into height.
base into height use करते हैं. Base into height square units. So if you take a parallelogram like this is a base if you consider. From here perpendicular line if you draw, this becomes a height. Base into height. Okay, this is area of the parallelogram. Next, see how many formulas are there. Area of the rhombus. Anyone knows?
Sir, half into
Half
diagonal
into
1.
D1.
Very good. Half into d1 into d2 square units. Actually, these are all not useful to you as the situation is taken into consideration. It's not looking like rhombus. Rhombus, all the sides should be equal. So this is d1. This is d2. Next, area of still anything is left over? Circle pi r square units. Circle area of the circle. Okay, if you have in your mind anything is left over, then you can give the suggestion. In the two-dimensional formulas of the areas all the formulas in the two-dimensional all these areas till now the basic formulas we have learned and that I have once revised that. This is the areas related two-dimensional figures. Now we are going to learn in this chapter not only three-dimensional figures, along the three-dimensional figures we are going to learn combination of the solids. हमको solids को combine करना है. Combine करने के बाद how do we get it? That we are going to learn in this chapter. So first let us learn the three-dimensional figures. Whatever we are having, what are their areas? What are the formulas of their areas? Let us learn. Okay. Two-dimensional figures में यही है और कुछ है?
Area of semicircle.
Yes, okay, take one circle. I will semicircle human. Okay. Area of semicircle is equals to half pi r square units. And in the previous chapter we have learned area of the sector theta by 360 into. Okay, let us write that one also because all together will be there once. Like this, you have to get practice. Area of sector theta by 360 degrees into pi r square units. So sector is nothing like this will be there. Figure also small figure. Here it is theta and this is radius. Area of the sector. In the previous chapter, based on this only we have all the problems we have completed. So these are all two-dimensional figures. समझ में आए? Now let us move to the three-dimensional figures and their areas. Surface area. Here these are all two-dimensional figures. Simply you can use the words area. But in case of the three-dimensional figure like this, a solid is taken into consideration. Surface area. Surface is nothing but what you can touch, the outer part. It is called surface normally. So that type of the areas to find out and some different solids, combination of the solids will be taken into consideration. Solids को हम लोग combine करते हैं. So such type of the solids will be taken into consideration and we are going to learn first. Let us learn the three-dimensional figures, solids, areas of the solids. So in that what areas we have learned previously formulas. So these all the formulas please write in your notes, so that why I am writing here directly I can start the combination of the solids chapter, because basic things are needed too. So that's why I am starting here. Now three-dimensional figures, whenever you are getting areas of the 3D shapes, means three-dimensional solids, whenever you are taking into consider, we can consider solids. So area of cube. What is the area of the cube? Formula?
A cube.
Cube.
No. That is value. Cube. See, in the word itself, you are having better. We are see a simple cube is nothing but okay. Square area. What is the square area? Suppose A is. What is the area of this one? What is the area of this one? Square area. Is it audible to you?
Yes, sir.
What is the area of the square?
A square.
A square. So a cube, whenever you are taking Rubik's cube, there's a cube if you are taking, how many faces will be there for that? Side को 4 spaces will be there, एक top, एक bottom. Isn't it? All are squares only. Everything is square. So 6 faces will be there, and each face area is equals to a square. Each face area is a square. So therefore area of the cube is 6a square. Square units. So cube how do we draw the cube usually? Three-dimensional figure है. वो cube को draw करना है तो एक square will be taken into consider like this, and another square will be taken into consider like this, and you try to draw it. This is the way to draw the cube. So either A is this one, A is this one, A is this one. So here we are having 6 faces are there. Side में 6 faces है. एक face is this one face is this one, second face is this one. Sir, it is not rectangle, it is not a square. It is not appearing to you as a square at the two-dimensional, as it is a three-dimensional face. Next, third one is this one, fourth one is this one, fifth one is this one, and sixth one is downwards. 6 faces are there. Each face area is a square. So the area of this cube is equals to 6a square. So next, here better you use the, instead of simply use the area, the term surface area. We are going to have the surface area because lateral surface area, total surface area. Lateral surface area is nothing but only side parts. Total surface area is nothing but top and bottom also. Okay, so here lateral surface area of the cube, if it is given to you 4a square, top and bottom is not taken into consider. Usually it is not taken into consider formula as a formula. So surface area, when it is given to you, surface area of cuboid. Surface area of the cuboid. Do you know surface area of the cuboid formula?
2 into LB plus BH plus HL.
2 into LB plus BH plus HL square units. Very good. So here cuboid, whenever you take it to consider a square, rectangle is drawn and another rectangle is drawn like this. These rectangles. In this case, the length will be considered this one, breadth will be considered this one, and height will be considered. So in your room also, if you take your room, cuboid shape, where you are staying, the room will be cuboidal shape. Cuboidal shape mein hoga, isn't it? Okay, so then you are taking into consider this cuboidal shape room. This one side downwards, whatever you consider, length you consider, and अनदर वन परपेंडिकुलर होता है वो ब्रेथ एंड कॉर्नर में एक हाइट and you imagine that LPH whenever you are taking, so one side is this side I am taking as a length, so this is length, and this is breadth. So what is the bottom area? What is the bottom area? Length into breadth. Top area, length into breadth. 2 times length into breadth we will get. So next, what is this area? L into h. And पीछे वाला area भी L into h. वो 2 times L into h. And this side, right side वाला figure को B into h. And this is also B into h we get. So 2 times B into h. So LB, BH, LH. So this is lateral surface area if you are taking into consider. Lateral surface area. Or you can say the area of 4 walls of a room. Area of the 4 walls of a room, which is equals to 2h into L plus B square units. 2h into L plus B units. Because 4 walls is nothing but this downwards and upper part is not taken into consider. That means 2 times LB is not taken into consider. So that is nothing but 2 times of BH plus HL you are going to get. H you can take the common. 2h of B plus L or 2h of L plus B. So this is lateral surface area of the cuboid or area of the 4 walls we are going to take into consider. Okay? समझ में आया? Next, cuboid cylinder. Area of the surface area of the cylinder. Surface area of cylinder. Only here surface area means lateral surface area you take into consider. Lateral surface area, total surface area. So you can say that LSA, TSA also. In some devices it is used as LSA, lateral surface area of cylinder. Do anyone know?
2 pi RH.
Yes, very good. 2 pi r h square units. It's very simple here. 2 pi r h square units. To say that cube if you want to take into consider, one plane paper you take into consider. Okay? This plane paper I am folding it as a cylinder like this. This is the cylinder. So now cylindrical shape you got now, and I want this surface area, this one. So that is nothing but area of the rectangle. So now this area of the rectangle is nothing but this length and this breadth should be taken into consideration. This length and this breadth should be taken into consideration. So ये length is becoming as a circle. See, ये circle हो गया इधर. So what is this circumference of the circle? ये पूरा length चाहिए आपको. ये पूरा length कितना है? Circumference of the circle. Circumference of the circle formula क्या है? 2 pi r. 2 pi r. Length हो गया. And ये breadth है. This breadth becomes as a this cylinder height. ये height है. ये height हो गया. So cylinder if you are taking into consider. So this is cylindrical shape if you take into consider. So, and here cylinder में right circular cylinder will be there. Usually cylinder whenever it is function, ये radius, this is radius, and here center to center height. So here what do you get here? This is a height. This is circumference. So length into breadth. Length into breadth. So length become as a 2 pi r and breadth become as a height. So 2 pi r into h. 2 pi r h. So this is the lateral surface area. Suppose total surface area of the cylinder if you want to take total surface area. Total PSA is nothing but total surface area of cylinder. So what do we take? A नीचे वाला area and ऊपर वाला area.
pi r
2 times pi r square should be added. 2 pi r h plus 2 pi r square. So 2 take the common, 2 pi r you can take the common, not 2. 2 pi r you can take the common. So h plus r. You can write the formula as the total surface area in this way. Okay. So next, cone. Lateral surface area of cone. Cone will be like this. This is radius, this is height. So here, lateral surface area of the cone, in this height is called as a slant height. So first let us know what is the slant. It is all the things you learned in the previous class only. So once I am revising it, slant height of cone L is equals to under root of h square plus r square. H square plus r square you are taking it. Okay. Next, lateral surface area of the cone. Lateral surface area of the cone, it is equals to pi r l square units. So actually cone we are going to get it from the sector. If you take one sector into the consideration and sector को fold कर दिया, then we are going to get the cone. So from that shape you are going to get it the form of the pi r. Okay, so how do we get? Let us see here. You don't get confused more here with this. Just you try to remember the formula, and some of the students may understand, and some students may get confused. Suppose if you take here one sector into consideration. ये sector को मैंने fold कर दिया. If I am folding the sector here like this, ये दोनों को join कर दिया. These two parts I have joined. You try it home. Then this slant height becomes radius itself becomes the slant height. Radius itself becomes the slant height. Isn't it? Did you get my point here?
No, sir.
See here,
Sir.
whenever you cut the sector shape paper you cut from the circular part, if you cut the sector shape paper को fold कर दो like this. So then you are going to get into the form of the cone. So I will show it to you. Not exactly, we may not get here. This is a sector shape, isn't it? It is called sector. Is it visible to you? Paper is visible to you? Huh? And if
Yes, sir.
See here, I am folding at the corner. ये corner पे मैं fold कर रहा हूँ, just like this. If I am folding like this, now it becomes a cone. ये cone हो जाएगा. This is a cone. This shape you are going to get it as a cone. समझ में आया? ये. Now here, this radius actually, this is radius of the circle. This radius of the circle becomes as a slant height. इसमें ये cone में, in this cone, whenever you are taking it to consider, in this cone, this is called slant height. So बीच में exactly height होगा, and this is called slant height. Is it visible to you?
Yes, sir.
So the radius of the sector becomes the cone slant height. So here and this surface area, this complete surface area, we need to find out area of the cone, area of the cone. And here, whenever you take into consider this one, ये circular shape, this is circular shape. नीचे circular shape आ रहा है ना? नीचे circular shape आ रहा है ना?
Yes, sir.
And what is this one? Length of the arc. ये arc का length है. This is length of the arc. Are you getting clear here? So length of the arc becomes as a circumference, means नीचे वाला circle part. Here r is different and here r is different. ये इसमें r क्या होगा? इसमें कि r becomes as a L. इसमें r becomes as a L. And इसमें ये length becomes as a circle. Circle होगा ये. So from these substitutions, whenever you try to substitute these things here in this, so pi r you are going to get it. So r value you have to take it. What is the area of this one? What is the area of this one? Theta by 360 into 2 pi r square. But this radius becomes as a slant head, or you can write this one as a, previously we have learned it. We have already learned this can be written as theta by 360 into 2 pi r into r by 2. So this is length of the arc. Length of the arc. This length of the arc है ये length of the arc. So length of the arc becomes as a here circle. So length of the arc is nothing but theta by 360 by 2 pi r is equals to, here r is nothing but here, in this case r can be taken as a slant head, इसमें convert कर लिया, and here this will be equals to pi r square. This will be equals to pi r square you are going to get. So don't get confused with that. Here, whenever you are substituting these values here, you are going to get pi r l. Pi r l r square. So here, whenever you are replacing, this is length of the arc. So length of the arc relation. This length of the arc becomes as a 2 pi r, not pi r square. 2 pi r. So here, whenever you are taking into consider, you can replace this length of the arc is equal to here length. This is length. This is L. So this length of the arc you are getting as a 2 pi r. Okay. So here this is becomes as a 2 pi r. 2 pi r into L by 2. So this 2 will get cancelled. We are going to get this pi r. समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
थोड़ा कंफ्यूज हो सकता है, but it is very simple here. I am converting this length of the arc into the circumference of the circle. ये पूरा circumference हो रहा है ना? ये arc का length, this arc का length नीचे क्या हो रहा है? Circumference of the circle हो रहा है. So arc का length here instead of y I am taking L here because the radius is converted to the L. So that's why I'm taking L. And this is length of the arc. This is length of the arc. It became here 2 pi r. It became here 2 pi r. So I replaced by 2 pi r. And this is L by 2 as it is. So these two cancel pi r. This is a way to prove the pi r. Pi r क्यों आएगा हमको? Why do we get pi r? Means this is a way to prove that pi r. And if you get confused, just try to remember the formula itself and applying the formula. For the examination point of view, applying the formula is important. But you need to know the proof also. Surface area values really amazing chapter. So this is only lateral surface area. And total surface area means total surface area of the core. Total surface area of the core is equals to pi r l plus नीचे वाला area pi r square. Cone में. Then after cone के बाद we are going to have sphere. So here total surface area will not be there. Just surface area. Okay. Surface area of generally sphere. is equals to, do you know, this will be equal to 4 pi r square units. 4 pi r square units here. 4 pi r square means it's very simple here to understand these things. ये समझने के लिए आपको सिंपल है. आप लोग एक काम करो, just at home, just activity you do it. Here it is time taking and you do at home. And I think everyone is having the oranges at home. And if not 4 oranges, you ask your, in the 9th class also I told you this one, I think so. So once I will revise, just take the 4 oranges at home and do this activity. And place the one orange on a paper here like this. And around that orange you draw a circle. एक pen लेके अभी मैंने हाथ लेके draw कर दिया था, in the same circle draw. Next orange, next to second orange लेके circle. Same size वाला ले लो. All the oranges should be of the same size, approximately. And 4 circles you draw. And take out the pulp of, means the peel out the whatever you are having upper part. Okay, the skin of the orange you peel out, and the oranges you eat. It is very good for health. Okay, so then after that pulp, small pieces you take that, not the pulp. So the peel out whatever the skin you are taken out, that part small pieces में cut कर लो, and you spread along these 4 circles. एक का इसमें circle है. So what we are doing? We are taking surface. We are peeling out the orange. So वो surface हो जाएगा. I will show it to you through the video also. Okay, don't worry about that. मैं वो दिखा दूँगा. So activity भी जैसे मैं दिखा दूँगा, पहले तो एक बार सुन लो. Okay. Then after completing that, peel out that one. Each part is particular surface area of the one circle. So one only you take into consider. Sorry, 4 is not necessary. One orange whenever you are taking into consider, and that's one orange pulp, whatever it means, whatever the one orange you are taking into consider, that one orange peel out part means the skin of the, means upper part of the skin, whatever you are taking out, that you try to spread out. So no need of the 4 oranges, only one orange is enough. One orange का 4 circles draw कर, and peel out the skin of the orange, and evenly try to spread it. That whatever you are spreading, you are going to make it exactly fit in these 4 circles. So that is nothing but area of the 4 circles क्या है? Area of the 4 circles is 4 pi r square. So surface area of the sphere is also 4 pi r square. Surface area of the sphere is also 4 pi r square. So like this you can find the surface area of the sphere. So surface area of sphere is equals to 4 pi r square units. So this is, and hemisphere half cut over. And you can do this in another way also. Same activity you can do in another way also. Take a ball. एक बॉल ले लो. बॉल लेके बॉल के ऊपर फेविकॉल लो. Okay? You take the one thread. Okay? Thread लेके वो उसके ऊपर circular shape में ऐसे घुमा के, like this. If you surface of the ball ये है बोलो, इधर से start करके, the thread को like this you eventually spread करते जाओ. Like this. Completely. So completely नीचे तक जाओ. Because फेविकॉल लगा रहे तो वो चिपकेगा. Okay? Till the what end नीचे तक आ जाएगा ना, नीचे तक. ऊपर स्टार्ट कर दिया सो नीचे तक आ जाएगा. उसके बाद आने के बाद कट कर दो thread. And thread निकालो. And the ball placing on a paper. The ball को placing on a paper. Draw the circle. Circle draw. 4 circles draw. And whatever thread you got, वो thread को इस circle के अंदर spread करो. Exactly fit हो जाएगा. So that you can say that from that you can say that the surface area of the sphere is equals to 4 pi r square. Surface area of the sphere is equals to 4 pi r square. Did you get my point here? ये समझ में आया ना? Hemisphere.
Yes, sir.
Hemisphere is
Yes,
nothing
sir.
but क्या बेटा बोलना मामा?
सर समझ में आया.
Hemisphere if you are reading. Hemisphere में lateral surface area में curved surface area बोलते हैं because lateral is not here going back. Even here also you can use the terminology of a curved surface area. So the surface area को एक curve हो रहा है like this cylinder, even cone also whenever you are taking here you can use CSA also. Some books CSA also contain curved surface area. So don't get confused with that. Okay, CSA is nothing but curved surface area, lateral surface area. Okay, so now these are all the basic things only, just basics of the surface areas and surface areas what we are learning today. Okay, so now here surface area of the hemisphere if you are reading, even curved surface area you can tell. So curved surface area of hemisphere. This is half over. Half over 2 pi r square. Next, total surface area. Total surface area of hemisphere is equal to 3 pi r square. Which is circle form of that. So 3 pi r square units. Along with this, still the surface areas में there will be a concept of the prism and pyramid also, which is not there in your textbook. ये आपका textbook में नहीं है prism and pyramid का. So that prism and pyramid we learn it later here because you may get confused. Whatever it is there in your textbook related, you are having solids, combination of the solids of the cylinder with the sphere and the core, all these combining them and finding their areas.